Oh, what is the excuse, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the GX WrestleCast. We're on episode 187 of my wrestling recap show, where once a week I go through all the major WWE and AEW shows, give you the recap, give you the review, let you know what's going on, and when there's a pay-per-view, I'll be doing a separate pay-per-view review, but then we have something such as AEW's Grand Slam, which tricked me into thinking it was a pay-per-view, but in fact, it was just a collision in disguise with a Grand Slam title slapped on top of it. But I will admit, this collision Grand Slam thing was a bigger event than your average AEW weekly show, so here I am. I'm going to review Collision Grand Slam Australia, which, believe it or not, happened in Australia. Brisbane, to be exact. So let's get into the show. It is kicking it off with Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher, who is from Australia, but he's a heel. And he did not get a great reception because he is with Don Callis, and he's going up against Will Ospreay, who gets the way bigger reception. And he is teaming with Kenny Omega, who also got a great reception. My wife does not like Kenny's new entrance. Well, the entrance is fine. It's the music she doesn't like. Tried to explain to her. I'm like, yo, it's got some Final Fantasy VII shit. She's like, what's Final Fantasy VII? I almost divorced her, but it's okay. I didn't. But let's get into this match. We got Kenny and Will. Nice teamwork, hitting a tandem dive together. Will and Fletcher have a brutal chop off. I mean, oh my goodness, man. Those chops are just ringing out through the arena. I love it. Crowd in a frenzy, singing Ospreay and Kyle trying to shush them. I love that. If anyone knows Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the shushing episode is just one of my all-times. Like, it's just, I love when someone shushes somebody because it always makes me think of Always Sunny. Ospreay and Fletcher, ridiculous counter for counter. Fletcher then spiked with a ridiculous DDT. That was awesome. Thumbs up. Don Callis prevents Ospreay hitting a hidden blade, grabbing onto his foot. Ospreay twisty dive, takes out Cal. Kenny nails the V-trigger, but Takeshita kicks out. Omega, hurting himself more with a poison Rana, didn't really get all of that, and just straight up kind of fucked that one up. It's okay. The crowd's like, it's fine, Kenny, just whatever. And honestly, the commentators doing a good job covering it. Like, Kenny, he's not the same that he used to be, and he can't hit the moves that he used to, but, sometimes people mess up. It's okay. Kyle and Takeshita, stereo tombstones, very cool visual. Kenny nails the one-winged angel, pins Takeshita for the dub. Great way to kick off the show with a good old-fashioned banger. Kenny shaking off a little bit of that rust, not being able to hit a poison Rana. Not the biggest deal in the world. Everything else, he was doing great. Still crushing it. Tons of hard-hitting strikes. I mean, mostly from Ospreay and Fletcher going after each other. Some lovely counters. Huge offensive moves. The pacing was ridiculous. Takeshita, God, I love that guy. He's so freaking good. I want a Takeshita versus Kenny. Oh, baby, we're going to get that. 8 out of 10. We move on to the next match. It is a TBS Championship match. Mercedes Moné defends against Harley Cameron. Hometown girl. Let's get it done, Harley. Harley shaking her lady bits in Moné's face, and then she brings in the puppet. And oh, man, I love that visual. Harley's on the outside, and then you just see the puppet pop up from the apron. Great visual right there. Freaking hilarious. Moné kicks the puppet out of the ring, and if I get reminded of Anchorman when fucking Jack Black kicks the dog off the bridge. Very similar to that. Very funny. Harley hits a Stratisfaction. Oh, baby. Harley then retrieves Mini Moné. Great stuff. Harley hits a splash and an Australian destroyer. Moné kicks out. Cameron with a 619 knees Moné in the face. Moné avoids the Swanton Bomb, nails the Moneymaker, and she retains. Dang it. God dang it. Poor Harley, man. Hell of a performance in the ring. And, of course, that classic Harley comedy. Just awesome, man. I am so sad she didn't get the win here. I think that's the wrong call. I think this is a great time to get a a new lady over. She's been crushing it, not for a very, very long time, but just lately, man, she's been getting opportunities. She's been getting some airtime. She's been crushing it every time she's on camera. She's hilarious. And yeah, man, I think they made a mistake not giving her the championship here in her hometown. They would have went crazy. Would have been a huge boost to Harley Cameron, and off she would have went, man. But, Monet needs to have 4 championships, so there you go. But a competitive back and forth match. Monet was really good as well, and another good match from her. She worked good with Harley. I just really wish they gave her that win right there. And then Monet could have moved on to the big women's championship. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's had a great run as the TBS champion. I really think they missed the ball on that one. Still a good match. 7 out of 10. Would have been an 8 if Harley won. Just saying. Will Ospreay then challenges Kyle Fletcher to a cage match at Revolution, which is an actual pay-per-view from what I'm understanding, not a collision with a name attached to it. So okay. Then we get Omega. He wants an international title shot versus Takeshita. So, oh buddy, we got a cage match with Fletcher and Ospreay. That's bangage. You get a Kenny versus Takeshita. Bangage. That's gonna be awesome. It's looking like it's gonna be a really good pay-per-view. Like, AEW generally will put on a very good pay-per-view in terms of pure wrestling. Ridiculous. But, yeah, there's some other stuff they got to work on. Regardless, we got a Brisbane Brawl, I believe that's what they're calling it. It's a tag team match. No disqualification, no rules, no tags, no nothing. It's Edge, a.k.a. Cope, and Jay White versus Jon Moxley and Claudio with Shafir, and you got to know the Death Riders are hanging around somewhere. Crowd sings Edge's entrance song, like the whole entire thing. Friggin' awesome. I have always loved that song. I loved that song before Edge even started using it as his entrance. I remember, oddly, my school had a jukebox, and that song was on it, and I played it, and I was like, whoa, that was sick. And then, like, a year later, Edge started using it as his entrance. I was like, wow, okay. Strange, but very cool crowd moment. Edge is, like, holding in his emotions and shit. Thumbs up. Moxley whacks White with a trash can lid. That's when I realized, okay, there's no rules in this match. I did not know that. Edge, risky business. He leaps off of the balcony, hitting Claudio. And bro, this guy just came off of a broken fucking leg, and he jumped like 8 feet, 7 feet, right onto his freaking legs. God, Edge, you gotta knock that shit off, bro. Australia calling Moxley a wanker. Shafir smacking White and Edge with a kendo stick. Claudio powerbombs Cope through a table straight up. Claudio swings White into an awaiting Moxley trash can shot. Jay obliterates a kendo stick on Claudio. Like, he just smashes Claudio with that thing until it is nothing but a toothpick. Friggin' awesome. And Jay very much so enjoying himself. Jay hits Yuta with a Blade Runner. Edge pulls Mox nuts first into the ring post. Spears Claudio through a table. Very nicely done. I'll hit that with a thumbs up. Cope hits Moxley repeatedly with a chair covered in barbed wire. Oh, man, and Moxley's back is just all torn up and shit. Yikes. I'll hit that with a thumbs up. Edge goes for a concerto with the barbed wire chair, but Claudio makes the save. Moxley chokes out Cope, and the Death Riders win. Aw, damn it. Really good brawl, though. I will say that barbed wire was absolutely vicious, man. Like, Moxley's back was just fucking destroyed. Edge, scaring the hell out of me, leaping off of things, really high things. The last time you leaped off of something really high, you broke a fucking leg. So, be careful. Hopefully he's okay. He did kind of seem like not okay after he did that, so hopefully he's fine. A good amount of violence and some weapons. Yeah, very entertaining. 7.5 out of 10. Except for the ending. I did not like that ending. Just getting choked out and shit, but oh well. Moxley continues the choking out on Edge. Australia chanting bullshit. So, yeah, man, I agree with you, Australia. This Death Riders thing, it's kind of bullshit, man. It's not awesome so far. We move on to the next match. It is the AEW Continental Championship. Okada defends against Buddy Matthews, who is Australian. Okada takes his title and leaves. Buddy calls Okada a wanker, making the champ return. Buddy, missing a stomp, has his clock cleaned by a wicked Rainmaker. Buddy kicks out of that. Okada argues with the referee, and Buddy nails a curb stomp. And Buddy's Law, Okada has his foot on the ropes. Buddy puts Okada in Rhea Ripley submission. Very cute. Okada escapes, hits a cheeky low blow, and another Rainmaker to retain. Oh, you little rascal. You little rascal, Okada. How dare you. But a good work from Buddy as well. Nice home crowd moment there for him, calling him a wanker. But, this is the one I didn't think Buddy really was going to win. He just really hasn't had much of an opportunity yet. He's just kind of getting out of the... I don't know. Buddy's fine. Final moments were awesome. The near falls and the counters. A little slow at the beginning, but good enough. 7 out of 10. Here we are. Main event time. It is the AEW Women's Championship. Mariah May defends against Timeless Toni Storm. And Luther, dressed like an usher, introduces Timeless Toni. I must admit, Luther made me giggle a few times just with his outfit. His outfit was so ridiculous. Excellent. Anyway, all right, to the match. Toni folds the champion in half with a mean German suplex. Toni locks in a chokehold. Mariah biting, but Toni won't let go of the choke. Mariah escapes, plants Toni with a nasty Mayday on the floor. May hits Toni with a hip attack. Storm answers with a Mayday and so many vicious hip attacks. Oh my god, those things look so brutal. And a Storm Zero. May kicks out. I couldn't believe it. Mariah with 2 Maydays. Toni kicks out, so we just got a kick out spree. May kiss a death. Toni with a surprise powerbomb and another Storm Zero, but May smartly rolls out of the ring. Mariah plants Toni with another Storm Zero, but Toni, with a sneaky small package, catches Mariah and... new first ever 4-time AEW Women's World Champion. It is Timeless Toni Storm. Oh, fuck yeah. That was some wild shit right there. All right. Good run as champion for Mariah. I will say, I don't feel like she connected with the crowd the best. She is a heel, but still, even like she wasn't getting a lot of big reactions. And I didn't like, she had like, whenever she would get TV time, it would be like a little backstage, little promo, like 45 seconds. Forget it before she's even done talking. She didn't come out for a lot of like big moments in the ring, talking shit. She didn't have a lot of that going on, but in ring, Mariah May is a fucking beast, man. She impressed me so much. Especially, like, she will get, like, hardcore. She's not afraid to bleed. She's not afraid to pull out the thumbtacks and the fucking barbed wire. She is legit. She is an incredible in-ring performer. I just wish she got a more chance to connect. I don't even think it's really necessarily her issue. I think it's a little bit of both. AEW not giving her enough time. And I don't know, man. Like, there's definitely something missing there with the character of Mariah May. But, damn, dude, that lady can wrestle. All right. Emotional match, I will say. I love the finisher stealing. Toni and Mariah just like losing it on those near falls, man. Just, what do I got to do to put this woman away? Like, it's just crazy. Toni's hip attacks, man. Oh my god, those things look so freaking brutal. I love it. I wouldn't want to take one of those. That was a friggin' awesome match. 8.5 out of 10. And that is the end of Grand Slam. A banger in Australia, I would say. I enjoyed all the matches. Harley Cameron should have won, though. I'm dying on that hill. She absolutely should be a champion right now. Death Riders versus White and Cope got a big boost. I had the lowest expectations because I thought it was just a tag team match, and I was blown away by the no DQ. So that was way better than I was expecting. Main event was fantastic. What a great moment for Timeless Toni. 4-time AEW Women's Champion. That is awesome. And what is next for Mariah May? Does she just keep fighting with Toni? Like, it feels like it's not over yet between these two. It feels like it's never going to be over. But we'll see where it goes, man. Australia brought the energy. Great performance. Fuck it. A performance from them as well. 8 out of 10 for the Grand Slam. And yeah, that's it. That's all there was. I wish I knew it was not a pay-per-view. I would have just stuck it into the regular recap, but there you go. Now you get 2 bonus episodes of the WrestleCast this week. If you didn't check out the NXT's Vengeance Day review, there's a full review out for that one. There's the weekly recap without this collision in it. And if you're, anyway. So, in terms of what else we got going on with the pod this week and what we've just been doing, just put up is it games that hit the fields? Is that the one that I just did this weekend? Let's go with that. That was a fun one, Valentine's Day, Family Day, emotions and all that. Talking about games that made me emotional. So that was a fun episode to do. And next week's GamerCast, I'm debating games that I played the most on PlayStation, because on PlayStation they have all the information, like how many hours you put into games, and I'm just blown away at some of the hours I put into some games, so I might talk about that. Could be hardest games I ever played, could be a review on Sifu, it could be something. Regardless, I got some things to play with, just haven't decided what it's going to be just yet. We got the Hockey Cast, that should be tomorrow. I'll be able to get that done, and we'll be talking about that Four Nations tournament. Oh, it's a big game on Thursday, but I gotta work on Thursdays. Oh god, oh well. Anyway, so that'll be fun. We'll be talking about that, and yeah, so there we go, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Sorry that I didn't get this one just into the regular recap, but now I get a whole bunch of extra episodes, and that means some extra views and listens from you guys. I'm just kidding. Anyway, I have a YouTube channel, Gamer GX Videos. You can go over there, subscribe, and I upload all these episodes over there. So if you want to drop a comment or have a question answered on the comment, drop a comment over there. Anything about wrestling, video games, or hacky would be preferred. And I have a Twitter page, don't really use it. And all the links are in the description. Check them out. Subscribe, review the podcast, all that great stuff. Please and thank you. And one more time, thank you everybody so much for listening. We'll be back again with some GXWrestleCast.